is draw a circle, okay? Now, when we're talking about drawing a circle, you need to find a formula. What page do you find the formula for circles on? Specifically circles. Pretty sure it's page 19. So you want to, if you have your tables on you, page 19 would be a good call. Okay, and on page 19, you're going to see this formula here. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. You cool with that? Okay. It will also say that h and k is the center of the circle. Compared to the formula underneath, what are you noticing? Is there a h and k part? Is there? There's no h and there's no k, so what does that mean? Center is at 0, 0. I'll give you another example. If you had x minus 3 squared and y minus y plus 2 squared as an example, see, instead of h, you have 3, don't you? So the center of the circle of that one would be 3. Right. Oh, I'm back recording as well. So if you compare the formula I have above, okay, I'll just do a bit more revision, which is here, right? Now, if you compare both formulas to each other, okay, if you compare the minus h to the minus 3, what does that mean h has to be? What does h have to be then? 3. If you compare the minus k to plus 2, instead of minus k, you have plus 2. So what does that mean k has to be? Yeah, you multiply both sides by minus 5. And the center of your circle would be 3 minus 2. But in this question, you see there's nothing in brackets, is there? It's quite simply x squared plus y squared equals 25. So what does that mean about the center of your circle? 0, 0. Okay. Next thing. Instead of radius squared, what do we have? So instead of radius squared, what do we have? 25. What does that mean about your radius? What size is it? R squared equals 25 and R equals 5. You kill with R being 5? Kill a bill. All right. Now, here we go. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to draw a circle, okay? The circle has to go 5 in every direction. So here it is here. And can anybody critique my answer here? What have I sort of done that's not great? It's a good circle, but anything else you see that I haven't really done? Yeah, I should probably fill out all the numbers involved in the circle. So that includes both axes downwards. Is that okay with you guys? And I've successfully drawn my circle. Happy days. All right. Now, verify that this is on the circle C. So here's the equation for the circle. Everybody see the equation of the circle? Everybody okay with that? Okay. Bit of revision for you as well. All right. Imagine a line x plus y equals 5. Everybody okay with that? Can I ask you something about this line? I'm not asking you about the circle. I'm asking you specifically about this line. Is the point 3, 2 on this line? Yes or no? How'd you find out? Replace x with 3 and y with 2. Does it balance when I replace the two of them in? Does it balance? 3, 2 is clearly on this line. Is the point 5, 2 on this line? Yay or nay? Is it on this line here? No. Why not? Because 5 plus 2 does not equal 5. And it's the same for circles. Is the point minus 4, 3 on this circle? How do you find out? What you do? Sub it in and you get minus 4 squared plus 3 squared equals 25. The language says verify. What does that mean? It's definitely on the circle, isn't it? So it's going to balance, isn't it? It's going to be 25 equals 25. You cool with that? Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you just more revision while I'm here. How do you prove that minus 4, 1 is inside the circle? How do you verify it's inside the circle? What would happen then? It'd be less than 25, wouldn't it? Instead of 3, we'd have 1. And instead of 25, we'd have 17. And because 17 is smaller than 25, it's inside. How do I verify it's outside? It'd be bigger when you put it in. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's keep going. Just making sure we haven't got a part B I'm not seeing. Yep, we're all good. Okay. Oh, perfect. How do I know I'm using this formula? James, how do I know I'm whipping out the equation of the circle formula? What's the keyword? Find the equation of a circle. Yep. Center. What points can I fill in then? H and. Okay, they're the center. Okay, let's get a temp max without doing anything special whatsoever. Ready? What I'm going to do is going to rub out H and K, and we're doing absolutely nothing special here. Okay, all I'm going to do is input minus 4 here, and then I'm just going to put in K is 3. And guess what you've got? You've got a temp max straight away. Have you done anything really? No. What's minus 4? 2 minuses? Yeah, right. What's the only thing we're lacking? What do we not know? We don't know the radius. Anybody have any plans to get the radius? What would be a good choice to get the radius? Distance formula. What distance am I going to find? So if you paint yourself a picture, yeah, like this. What's your center again? What's the center? Yeah. And what's the point on the line? 3, 4. And what's the distance between the two of them? It's the radius, isn't it? So what do I need to do? I need to use that formula on the top right hand side of the screen to get the radius. That makes sense to you guys? Okay. So what do I get then? What do you want to be called is x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. Good. All right, everybody take out the old calculator and input this in for me, especially those of you who haven't got the book. 3 minus 4 squared plus 4 minus 3 squared. Okay. Yep. No, absolutely not. So, in fact, minus 4, I had to change it into plus directly. So that's perfect. Great. I think you're going to get an answer of root 5, root 2, or root 50. You all try it on the calculator. Five root 2, yeah? Now, 5 root 2 is the radius, but we want the radius squared. So what could I do with my answer? Just get 5 root 2 and square your answer, isn't it? I'm about to make a mistake. Can anybody tell me the mistake I'm about to make? 5 root 2 squared, yeah? See 5 root 2 squared? Now, I'm going to get 10. That's the wrong answer. Can anybody tell me where I went wrong? It only squared the root 2. It didn't actually square the 5. So I need to wrap that in brackets, that I'm making sure that the 5 and the root 2 get squared out. And you'll find that the answer should be 50. Did anybody make that mistake last night? Or Common mistake. Okay. We are next going on to this question here. We would have had this in a test, a couple of start of 6 year. We had this question here. What are the 3 letters I wanted you to remember off the most? Remember a couple of letters. I'll start you off. Z. What does Z stand for? Nearly. Begins with A. Alternate. Alternate angles are the same. Does anybody know what X stands for? Vertically opposite. Does anybody remember the last letter? What? No. See X factor. German X factor. Okay, and what's this one stand for? This one here and this one here. They're the same because they're corresponding, all right? There is a weird C you can have sometimes, like this. And what it is that the see it looks a bit like a C. What that means is that the green angle and the blue angle always have to add up to 180. They're basically half a parallelogram, aren't they? So it's what's called sum of two interior angles, okay? Now, with all that in mind, what is the answer for x? Now, let me tell you what the answer for x is. How did you get 30? Yeah, there you go. There's my z right there, isn't it? 30 degrees, reason being alternate. Okay? 30 degrees, alternate. Okay, what's the next question after that then? We're looking for y. Anybody care to tell me what y is? Yeah, it is 40 degrees. Anybody care to tell me the reason? Yeah. 3 angles in a triangle have to add up to 180. 3 angles in a triangle add to 180 degrees. All right, Z. Which one's Z? This one here. Okay, this one's an awkward one, but we'll get it. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are the same. So what can we say about the red angle? 110. What can we say about Z? 70. Now you have to explain in your own words how you did that. Okay, so you get marks for putting in the 70, and you say first thing you said was the opposite angles in a parallelogram. I always struggle to spell parallelogram. So red angle is 110 degrees. What was the second thing we used? We used 180 minus, we used 2 angles, we used a straight angle, didn't we? A straight angle is 180 degrees, and we just did 180, take away 110 equals 70. Luke decided to do a different way using corresponding angles. And he decided to say that this 70-degree angle here is the same as the 40 and the 30 using corresponding angles or the letter F, which is also perfect. Is that okay? 2 ways of doing it. All right, next question. Okay. The deal is that in a parallelogram, it's the 2 triangles cut the parallelogram in half. So if the full parallelogram is 480, what do you think each half of it is? 240s, right? Now, okay. Next thing. Would everybody agree that I'll give you a really simple triangle to look at here? Everybody see this purple triangle here and this green triangle here? Everybody cool with those two triangles on top of the board? The pink triangle has, for argument's sake, a length of 10 and a height of 10. Everybody cool with that? You do 10 times 10, which is 100. You half 100 to get. What you half it to get? 50, don't you? Okay. Now, I'm going to half see the base length? I'm going to half the base length to 5. We're going to keep the height at 10. What's the effect on the area now? 5 times 10 is 50. 50 divided by 2. Now, what they're saying is that they're saying that E is the midpoint. So essentially, this old base here, this base that caused it to be 240 gets halved. So now we're talking about this green base here, and they want the area of EBC. EBC is this triangle here. Everybody see it? Anybody have any idea what it'll be? Half of 240, because also what we did was half the base, so it'll be 120, which is pretty handy. Okay, we all good? All right. Now, anything else on this? Awesome. All right.